Now let's complete OpenClaw onboarding. So what is an OpenClaw onboarding? So OpenClaw onboarding is nothing but the completion of the setup, configuring the OpenClaw itself, right? Using your API keys for LLM access and all the activities configuration. So to run the setup wizard, you need to perform OpenClaw onboard. Okay, so once your OpenClaw onboard you start, you got to accept the security warnings. That is the first step. Choose your LLM provider, paste your API key, choose a model and finish configuration. I hope you are with me. We are going to see together. However, when creating API keys, again, set spending caps, okay, disable auto refill and use separate deployment keys. Okay, I hope you can understand. Let's proceed to perform OpenClaw onboard. Okay, and then see practically what happens when we give OpenClaw onboard to the terminal and how it starts, right? So this is important for us, and let's begin. Now let's start the process. So we say OpenClaw onboard, right? So OpenClaw is globally accessible now, as we know, and we start to onboard. See, it takes some time and it will bring up the configuration for you, as we discussed and we have explained to you. As I mentioned, OpenClaw security is very important part of the onboarding. It says security warning, please read very clearly. OpenClaw is a hobby project. You see, it is not yet a corporate or your institutional project, very not yet matured. It is saying a hobby project and still in beta. Expect sharp edges. Understand, it can go wrong. This is important to read. It is not multi-tenant, right? It works with one OpenAI key or any other LLM at one time. Okay. Now this is important. Read through, understand, and then once you give the consent that I understand this personal by default, once you say yes, continue, select quick start, no problem. See, now it is asking because it does not have its own LLM backed, right? So it does not have its own LLM. It is asking you to use your own LLM. So there are various LLM that it supports, Gemini, Anthropic, right? So OpenAI. So however, I use OpenAI, so I have selected OpenAI, and then it is asking to select what option, Codex or OpenAI API key. So I have an OpenAI API key and I will use this paste API key here. So let me use my API key and come. It says keep current, right? Which model you wanted to use. So let me use the same model, right? So whatever is by default, or I can use different model. Let me select Turbo, right? And then do you want it to use any channel for notification, WhatsApp or Telegram? These are the channels that it can notify. However, as it is our first setup, we are going to skip for now. We don't want, right? We don't want. Configure the skills now? No, we will see configuring the skills later part. After this lesson, as I mentioned, we have a lesson dedicated for that. For now, let's skip it, right? So now skip now. For the hooks also, yes, skip it for now. So now you see gateway service started. Can you see? It says gateway service started, and this is where your gateway service is started, right? So if you wanted to see web UI, you can launch this endpoint and you can see there is a web UI. However, we are going to use terminal UI, right? Terminal UI recommended. We are going to use terminal UI, and we have set up our, congratulations if you are with me so far and you have set up your OpenClaw for the first time. I'm also excited and I hope you are excited. It says connected. Hello, I'm awake and ready to assist you. So can you tell me about OpenClaw, right? So I ask a very simple question. It is using my tokens. Yes, so it responds. We have started, so please make a note. We have started the OpenClaw gateway. If the gateway does not start by itself, you can use OpenClaw gateway itself is a command, and you can go to another terminal and you can type OpenClaw TUI, terminal interface.